back then came on a floppy disk, the USB drives of their time.
Oh.
But they only had about 360.
I don't know if you spend a lot of time, you're sort of hopping through Netflix and see what else there is to watch. Everyone has a, a playlist. I like this, I like this, I like this, I like this genre, I like this style. I've done that for a while, but we've, into year 3 of the pandemic, you've got more time in your hands. So I've seen a couple very cool documentaries, and I'm going to tell you about them because they really fit in my wheelhouse. So maybe there's something that you want to watch. Greetings, Dave here, DCBFX. What I want to talk about, if you've seen on the documentaries on Netflix, they have some really cool ones like the movies that made us. So, Back to the Future and, movies like that, Ghostbusters. They have the toys that made us. Hello Kitty, Power Rangers, My Little Pony, things like that. They have another one that I didn't know launched 2 years ago that I've started watching, which is a lot of fun. High Score. It's the history of video games. Now, I was doing this the other day. I was putting some clothes away because my wife's on me all the time. My clothes are out, and, I get around to putting them away. And I don't know why I have so many. I wear black t-shirts, and I'm Adam Savage. Black t-shirts and jeans, that's what I wear. Anyway, I was watching it, and I just had, background noise to see, and it started off a lot of Japanese. Oh, and I'm getting half of it. It's like, oh, okay. Talking about Nintendo and all that stuff. I'm on episode 4 now, I guess. I've done episodes 1, 2, and 3. Very interesting. They talk about the Atari, the video game consoles, and they talked about Atari, and then they talked about D&D. And it's interesting. It's a 6-episode miniseries, much like The Toys That Made Us, which was 3 seasons of 4 each. And the movies that made us, I think it's 1 season so far, but still very, very cool. And it's a great, for someone like me, trip down memory lane. Oh, I remember that, I remember that, I remember that, I remember that. And it's fun because I was around, when video games first hit, I was 10. Well, the arcade was there, but, I was 10, like 1977, when they started to really go big. And it was interesting. We had an Atari 2600. We actually, at the end of Ready Player One, where they play, I couldn't tell you the name, Adventure. I played Adventure. I had a copy of it. Pitfall was great. Love that. Donkey Kong. I remember that when I was a kid, and they talked about this too. Like, for the Atari, it was such a letdown because you had the consoles, the arcade cabinets, and then you had the game at home. Like, this is not even close. But I remember running out. My parents gave me some money, and I got Donkey Kong, and we played it, and we played it, and we played it, and we played it. Had so much fun with that. So if you're like me, and you're in your 50s, or even in your 40s, and you're interested in where this all came from, this definitely be something cool to check out because, I just love seeing that. I'm becoming more and more of a history buff. I think that's something that happens when you get middle age. It's like, oh, I'm really into World War II, I'm not. But, I'm really into this and really into that. And maybe it's just a sign of I'm getting older and, that sort of thing I want to, get sort of into my wheelhouse. And for me, it's great. My wife kind of looks at me and goes, oh. But we all have our things, right? Would you get the history of DC Comics? That's wrong. Anyway, so that's the video for today. I hope everyone's having a great day. We'll talk to you all